Hey there, my beautiful collective. Just going to get a collective love reading on you and your person tonight. This will be a general reading, so please only take what resonates and, of course, leave the rest as always. And if you need more specific information, do check your other placements, especially your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs, okay? All right, guys, let's get started. Let's just attune to the energy real quick. All right, let's start with, what cards do I want to pull? Let's start here, I guess. We'll start with some energy oracles tonight. Spirit guides and angels, talk to me about the messages tonight that you want to share with my collective. This will be a love reading from my collective and the person on their mind. Cornucopia, very nice. Also, the number 11 may be significant for you guys. We have rest and rejuvenation. I think that came out in another reading today. Oh, we have the heart chakra. Okay, that just came out as well in Scorpio's reading. So if you're dealing with a Scorpio, if you are a Scorpio, maybe. What else do we have here from my collective? Oh, come back. Adjacent possibilities. Okay. I'm going to get one more, and then we're going to do some clarifying. Somebody really needs to bring into balance their heart chakra here. There may be some deep heart healing that has kind of taken place at this time. Or maybe if you're feeling kind of closed off, if you're holding back, if you're hiding your emotions, that sort of thing. This is a message from Spirit here saying that you can call on Archangel Raphael to help you to heal your heart, to open your heart. And most importantly, to bring your heart back into balance, okay? All right. One more message. Yeah, patience. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, we're starting here with somebody here has definitely got, why am I feeling? I'm asking for you and your person here. You got the third chakra on the bottom as well. That's about that's your power center there. So that's about not only feeling stable, but feeling abundant, feeling within your, feeling like you're in your power in a sense. But it looks to me like somebody might be focused. Actually, this might be a connection that could be quite abundant, honestly, is what I'm feeling here with Cornucopia. This reminds me of the Ten of Pentacles, okay? It's really about having it all. You'll notice up here there is a butterfly here, which is all about transformation, okay? Somebody in this situation may be in a period right here of rest and rejuvenation, may very well be reflecting and healing from something that has taken place. You both could very well be growing. I don't know yet. At least one of you are, most certainly, or that card would not be here. I think there is a need for growth regardless. There's a need to sit back and allow yourself to also heal. Again, the angels don't step in unless we ask them or unless it's an emergency. So don't be afraid to call on Archangel Raphael if you need to do some heart healing so that you can feel better, more centered, more in tune with things. Yeah, that's what I'm getting from that. Also, I'm getting adjacent possibilities as well and patience. Now, adjacent possibilities can tell me there's a different road that you can take. There always is, right? You see there's different doors here that are actually open. I don't know how far I'm out of the camera, but hopefully that's within range here. There's different doors here that you can go through. I'm also feeling that like there's different paths that you can take in this situation. Now I'm saying all this, mind you, without doing any actual cards. So this is just kind of the energy that I'm reading from these cards. It's telling me, and as we clarify, of course, things could change, but this is telling me there might be you could go towards other doors, okay, definitely. But what I'm getting is from this particular relationship, so I'm going to go with it because this is what I'm getting, is the adjacent possibilities could also be that there's different ways to come at this situation so that you guys can make sure that things are really in alignment, so that you're getting along, so that you're speaking the same language, so to speak, okay? Some of you guys may actually speak different languages. I get all kinds of weird stuff, okay, just flies in at me, so if you're not used to me, if you are used to me, you already know that. If you're not, then welcome to my channel, #1, and get ready for the show, because I get a lot of insights as I'm reading, and a lot of times they have nothing to do with the cards. Okay, so different ways that you can actually come, about this, to really, if there's been a falling out, to make up in this situation. But also it shows me that, there's different angles that come in at a situation. One person's way is not the only way. So be willing to be open with one another, listen to one another, communicate clearly, don't shut each other out. I'm getting that too. Somebody here may be feeling very shut out. They are saying that, it does require patience, okay? You got the angel of patience over here as well, all right? That might be something you want to be asking for as well from the higher realms, from the universe, to grant you patience. I can always use a lot of additional patience, so, maybe it's something that you need in this specific situation. Yeah, that's what I'm getting from this. I feel like this is something that Spirit wants you guys to potentially work on. So I'm going to get some cards and really see what this is about. I may stand corrected once I start to clarify. So let's just see. For some of you, I definitely feel something has drove a wedge in this relationship in some way. And I think that two people are hurting because of it. Spirit guides and angels. Let's start with my collective energy that is watching this. What's my collective's energy that is watching this, please? Okay. Yeah, some of you might definitely be dealing with Scorpio. That Pisces as well here. Oh, see, I just said someone feels shut out, and they definitely do. Okay, so I've got Ace of Cups in reverse. I have the Seven of Swords upright. I know that this card was the last. I can read them in any order, it's fine. All right. Let me go ahead and get your person. Let me get the person on their mind. Let me get the person on the collective's mind. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, there was some conflict in this situation. Even if it's just conflict where, maybe you guys got into some kind of disagreement. Somebody didn't like what the other person said. Something along those lines. Look at this. All right. I like your person's energy, actually. All right, what's the connective energy here? It looks like you got hurt. Whoever I'm talking to, the collective here, it definitely looks like you could have gotten hurt in this situation. Let me get 2 more cards for the collective energy, please. Or for the connecting energy. Oh, gee. Okay. Oh, we got 2 cards coming out. Okay. All right, so I'm going to start with your energy here, collective. It looks to me like you're definitely holding back. This is why they're bringing in the heart healing here. Okay, you're definitely holding back a lot of emotions here. probably protecting your heart is what I'm feeling here. You feel deceived in some way. You feel like someone has possibly deceived you. There's been some kind of trickery, or maybe somebody kept a lot of secrets from you. Could have been, I guess they could have stepped out. I don't see that as of right yet, which is great. But it could have certainly happened. Regardless, you feel like somebody lied and deceived you in some way. You definitely feel, why do I hear foolish? Maybe you feel foolish in some way. Maybe you feel like you overextended yourself, or you believed in someone and they were not being truthful with you, maybe is what I'm getting here. You may be actually keeping a lot of this to yourself, okay? You may feel a bit disillusioned. This can also be a card about disillusionment here as well with the moon, but it's also a card about, you know, secrets, things kind of being hidden in the dark, so to speak. You know, you may be doing that right now as well. So, and it did also with these two cards, it could also show me with these three that you're not showing someone kind of the impact perhaps that they have had on you. Maybe you're having to kind of keep it to yourself, keep it under wraps. It may just be that you've blocked somebody and you've kind of denied their access or blocked their access to you as well, but maybe you don't want them to see that you're having to be very protective, it looks like, over your heart. I don't feel like you're offering this person your emotions at this time. I do think that you are holding back due to something that has certainly happened here, it looks like to me. But I do love it here that you are, I think you're really trying to, here's another card of secrecy. All right, I do think that you're really tuning in, okay? But you're very mysterious at this time, all right? So whatever you're doing, I feel like hopefully you are tuning in here. I'm trying to, you know, this obviously the High Priestess is a very intuitive person, okay? But this can also be a card of mystery. Nonetheless, though, just really, you know, this is a person that's very wise, tunes into their higher wisdom, most definitely. You know, the keeper of secrets, they're constantly getting downloads. They can seem pretty calm on the surface, but they're very loving in nature as well. But I think that you are being a bit, you're mysterious to this person at this time. You may be mysterious to a lot of people because you're probably in healing. I have you up here, rest and rejuvenation, and healing your heart up here, okay? While you're doing all this, you know, and doing your healing, you could also be looking at different ways, or perhaps you're healing so that you can see different ways to come at this situation, all right? Because you definitely feel like you were left out in the cold here. Somebody locked you out in some way, shape, or form. You could have put yourself out in the cold yourself, pulled back from a situation, pulled back your love if you felt like you were not being treated fairly. All right, your person is coming in with the Five of Wands upright, the Six of Cups upright, Page of Wands. Your person is all upright here. Six of Cups upright, Page of Wands upright, Knight of Swords upright, and then the Hermit. So there may have been some conflict in this situation. You could have very well felt like there was. Hang on one second, please. My apologies for that. I was hearing a loud noise. I wanted to see what it was. There may have been some kind of conflict here in the past. Perhaps this person thought that they were in competition, okay? Or there might have also just been some petty arguments, okay? Or just even just some disagreements, okay? You might have two people, again, like I talked about before, that just think differently, all right? Maybe you guys couldn't get on the same page with some stuff. Somebody could have also been irritated for whatever reason and kind of just, you know, could have even shut down. But honestly, with these cards here, I'm not really getting a lot of that for your person. I have to be honest. Now, flip up the energies as you guys need to, because obviously you're going to know your story better than I. But whatever it is, it definitely drew a wedge here is what I'm feeling. Why do I feel like some of this stuff could have been petty? Or maybe this is your person kind of showing me that they felt, you know, they were in competition, or that there was, you know, maybe you're competing for the stage here too. And what I mean by that is like, you know, no, I want to be right. No, I want to be right. No, my way is right. Something along those lines. It could have been something as simple as a lack of compromise. Okay. But this person sees you as family. Okay. They see you as someone who, you know, makes them feel, I mean, you feel like home to them. All right. You're someone who obviously they trust. I feel like you're someone who, you could have been a good friend with this person. You may be friends. You could be, you know, friends with benefits as well. Because I do see a Wands over here as well. But most importantly, I think that you guys go way back. Okay, if you don't go way back in this lifetime, I think that this person may acknowledge this as a soulmate connection, or definitely a past life connection in some sense. They really feel like they can be themselves with you and that you'll have their back in some way. I feel like that's something that this person is definitely missing. I'm drawn to the butterflies here yet again. I think this person is really wanting some kind of transformation in this situation. I think they look at why do I feel like this person is reminiscing, okay, or really missing this situation? This is not a card about either, but I'm getting that. From the energy here, I just really feel like they're missing that energy when you guys could sit down and share things, and you know what I'm saying, talk to one another, laugh together, you know, and everything was good. You know, trust each other. That's what I'm feeling. Why do I feel like somebody here feels like they were in competition though? That keeps coming up for me. All right, you might actually hear from this person. They may want to just send you a message or something like this. The page tells me somebody that is very eager, okay, and even excited to start something passionate with you, or send a passionate message, or reconnect in some way is what I'm getting, okay. Now the Nine of Swords shows me somebody who definitely wants to come in. This is certainly an action card for me, okay. Now if they were doing this in the past, they could have been in and out very quickly. This could have been a person that, you know, was very clear-cut with their words, because the Knight of Swords is very direct. They're very honest generally, but they also come and go. So if this person was not being consistent with you, or made you feel like you weren't a priority, or maybe even if their words cut a little bit, that could have been an issue for you. I see you're in High Priestess energy as well, and they're in this Knight and Page here, so they might actually be younger than you. They don't have to be. Okay, but it does look like they're looking for answers here, okay? They want to know kind of what went wrong here. Maybe they're looking for answers on how to make it right and to ensure that it doesn't go wrong again. Remember, up here is the Adjacent Possibilities card, right? So that is definitely, remember my messages on that specifically was not about looking to move into different directions. It was more so about figuring out different ways to come at this problem, okay, with solutions that actually work. When I ask for your energy together, your connective energy, what I'm getting here is the Strength. I'm getting the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and I'm getting the World. Okay, so I think both of you are trying to be strong through this situation. You obviously are both acknowledging that there is no forward movement at this time. Maybe you don't even know how to move forward at this time, how to make this work. Maybe this is why you're in this energy up here where you're really, you know, trying to be in tune here with this High Priestess, and your person, okay, is in Hermit energy. You might be dealing with a Virgo as well. I have all the fixed signs also. And Leo over here. So, yeah, I think that you may both also understand that this cycle has to end. If you guys have been in a long cycle and it's been a long period of not talking or not getting along or something like that, you both obviously realize and recognize that that cycle has to end for things to move along better than what they've been. But I think you both have hope, okay? You both hope, and maybe you want this to heal. Okay, you're expecting this to heal. I feel like you're both this is all about hopefulness, healing, you know, being inspired, you know. I get a lot of healing for some reason on this one particularly, though. I think you both want this to heal. You both want the relationship to be able to heal so that you can get back to this place right here. Oddly enough, I feel like you're the one that is not really showing a lot of your stuff or a lot of your emotions here. And I think, so I don't know what happened. Obviously, you're going to know this situation, but maybe it's because you are trying to just take some time. Again, rest and rejuvenation. This could actually be both of y'all. I see they're in Hermit. You are in, yeah, you're in the High Priestess. So that could be both of y'all, okay? So that you can really both work on your heart space. Were you both given equally? Okay, did you both feel safe enough to connect? Because obviously this relationship is very deep, all right? Maybe one of you pulled back because you were given too much, or because you felt hurt in some way. But a lot of times, you know, especially if we've been hurt a lot in the past, we don't just open our heart up like that, Okay, and that can sometimes also harm a relationship. All right, we need to make sure that we're at least, and I'm certainly guilty about this, we need to make sure that we're at least communicating properly. All right, but both of you guys want to end the cycle of being apart. You're both trying to be very strong here, obviously, and you want to heal this situation and certainly come out of the cold is what I'm getting. Okay. So I want to get let me get some more insight so I can see kind of what's happened here. The song I was getting when I was meditating for your reading was Stay. It's a song by Jodeci, which is so funny because didn't I just say I felt like this person was really missing you a lot? And now that I'm thinking about Jodeci and these lyrics, it's this is a guy that's really missing this person like a lot. You know, he's talking about how he left her crying. Now he's the one crying, you know, that sort of thing. So you might want to look up those if you don't know the song, or still, even if you do know the song, look up the lyrics and see if that has some meaning to you. Definitely wanting to get back together, bring the situation back together. He's asking her to stay for the night. They can do things like they used to, you know. All right. So guys and angels, talk to me about, give me some context on what is happening in this situation. For my collective, please. Oh, yeah, see? A lot of unspoken words here, a lot of regrets, disappointments. Let me see, let me make sure. Wow. Whoa, what did I say? Stinging words. Look at that. Didn't I say they could have came in with sharp words? Mirror. You guys are mirroring each other. Okay, you might be reflecting back to one another your wounds here. You could very well be twin flames, or definitely a deeper soul connection here, which we saw with the Six of Cups. Might be some resentment here. I don't doubt that at all. I gotta be honest with you, collective. I'm not trying to be funny. Things are with, you know, it is what it is, okay? In your cards, I see that you are really, really holding back. Now, just because I don't see that within this person does not mean that they're not. Okay, I think maybe, especially looking at the additional context here, they've given you good reason to do that if you are. I do feel like there was some stinging words, perhaps, okay? Perhaps in some kind of argument that you guys had. Somebody still might be a bit angry here, certainly bitter about what has taken place. I definitely feel like there were disappointments in this situation, but also that there's a lot of regrets right here. I feel like so many things were not said too. So as much as I said that you guys could have had conflict, I feel like so many things were not said as well that should have been said, okay? For whatever reason, maybe somebody walked away, maybe somebody stormed away, maybe somebody cut things off abruptly, and now there's still so much left to say, okay, to work things out. Again, remember adjacent possibilities, right? Figuring out different ways to come at this issue, all right? Spirit is telling us that this is going, you know, you've been in this cycle. We already saw that, right? You have to end that cycle, whatever it's been. If this has been a consistent thing for you guys, separation, back together, separation, back together. You know, they're saying that you have to close out that cycle. Right now, you're in a waiting period, it looks like, but you have to close out that cycle. This is also about divine timing, okay? Taking the time that you need right now to heal, to recollect yourself, to maybe establish some different, maybe even different perspectives, okay, on this situation is going to take patience, because I do feel like you guys were doing a lot of mirroring back and forth, okay? So you may have been highlighting each other's wounds, to be honest with you. That is never, ever an easy thing to go through. It triggers the hell out of you. But, I mean, it's there to show you what needs to be healed, right? So if you can pay attention to that and then just start healing whatever those wounds are that are coming up, whatever those triggers are, then trust me, you're going to have much better success moving forward. I do feel like somebody here is avoiding this situation altogether. Again, I'm inclined to believe it's you, just from your cards. Now flip them around if this is the other person's energy that I pulled first. All right. You might even be pushing that person away or them to you here, but somebody here is being blocked in some way. I just feel like somebody's really exhausted in this situation, and probably both of you. I think it might have been a long journey for the two of you, okay? And so you both might be feeling quite exhausted. Remember, one of your first cards was rest and rejuvenation. I just noticed how many wands I have up here too. You have 11, and then you have 1 plus 9 is 10, which reduces to a 1, and then you have 3 plus 8, which is 11 again. I mean, I just talked about mirroring and twin flame energy, 11, 11. A lot of wands on the board here. Okay. Yeah, we got a divine feminine in the mix here. Let's hear it. I think you've both been highly exhausted by this, by whatever has happened, even if it's just been especially if your energy is really connected and you've not been speaking for a long time, but you've obviously been connected energetically, wondering what's going on with each other, getting readings, watching readings, you know, looking, maybe trying to see what each other's doing. I don't see that in here, but obviously that could be happening as well. It's quite common. Somebody in this situation could have been quite free-spirited, okay? But they could have also been taking a lot of risk, okay? A risk that might just have risky behavior, period, but certainly could have been kind of roaming wild out there and being a little non-committal, all right? Or at least coming across that way. But I really feel like that this has just been a huge, this says emotional whirlwind. I just think there, you know, there could have been some drama in this, or it just could have at least felt very unstable. I think you're both affected. I have to be honest with you. I definitely see up here in your cards that you're certainly affected and need to take your time and really heal and focus on yourself here. But I do think that you're both affected because I was feeling so much emotion from this person. They feel like you're their soulmate, okay? They definitely want to try and bring this back together. I don't think, for whatever reason, they see this. They know something happened, obviously, but, okay, and I'm just going to throw this out there. I want you to really kind of evaluate and see if there's something that you might need to let go of, all right? If you are holding the resentment, you know, do that for you, you know. I'm talking about the letting go part, not the holding. That is about you, okay? If you feel like you're to that stage, I mean, you might, if this is really fresh, you know, then obviously it's probably serving a purpose. But don't stay in that energy, all right? Try and really go in and heal your heart so that you can let that go, because you're going to feel so much better and certainly less drained in this situation. This person is not letting you go, honey. Very much so clinging to your energy. I talked about that earlier. Very much so holding on. And I just said I don't see anybody watching, and this card literally says obsessing watching, okay? So you both may be doing that, or this person may be doing that. I'm going to get a couple more, Spirit. Yeah, this has really been an emotional whirlwind, and I think it's taken a toll on you guys. Wow, okay. You cannot make it out. Somebody here might be feeling like they're very misunderstood, or like was misunderstanding, something was taken wrong is what I'm getting here. They definitely feel like they're misunderstood. I think somebody is also recognizing some of their mistakes here as well, though. But the problem is they can't play the victim. I get a very strong victim vibe off of this to some degree. Also with that, I don't know why I'm getting this, but you know, somebody might feel like, you know, love passes me by. Why can't I fall in love? Why don't I deserve love? Something like that. Or good things don't happen to me. I'm feeling that a lot. So I don't know who that actually applies to, if it's you or to your person. Somebody could have placed a lot of blame on others, or really, you know, projected a lot of their pain, I want to say, onto others. I'm getting a very strong victim vibe, but I'm getting a lot of stuff here. I really feel that you're both a bit guarded. You may be more guarded at this point than they are. If I just go by your cards alone, but if that's not the case, then somebody here is definitely very guarded. I feel like you guys are approaching this very cautiously, or will be approaching it very cautiously. I think, moving forward. But to be fair, I want to say that there is, you know, somebody is definitely thinking about, you know, another time when this could come together. You know, maybe it's one of those situations where they're going, you know, this was the right situation, wrong time. I don't really believe in that, by the way. I think every situation happens when it's supposed to, and we learn and grow from it and hopefully do better. But, you know, that might be some of the thought patterns that's going into this. You know, had it been in another time, you know, maybe if I was more stable, maybe if I had more things together, maybe if I wasn't in another connection, something like that. I mean, I guess I could see that. But somebody is definitely thinking about that and wondering if this can come back together. You see them. Some of you have left the area, is what I just heard as well. So you might have actually left. Or you may have just completely withdrawn, like I saw from the whole situation here as well. Okay, so maybe somebody is feeling like you're just done. I'm going to get some messages here from the Divine Feminine, and then maybe that will resonate with some of you, and then I'm going to get some from the Divine Masculine as well, okay? So Spirit, and Angels, what might the Divine Feminine want to say? Oh, how funny. Well, the Divine Feminine says, I'm trying to be patient and understanding. And up here, it does say that patience. So some of you Divine Feminines may feel like you have been very patient in this situation, okay? And you're still hanging on, which we saw that over here. I think you both are, all right? And really trying to understand what they're going through and maybe why they're not talking or why you guys can't pull this back together. But it looks like the Divine Feminine is okay. They want to take a chance. Yeah, look at that. You can't make it up. I need to make healthy boundaries. I wasn't trying to hurt you. So you did. The Divine Feminine, whoever this is here, I know I'm going to have plenty of those watching. You had to pull back. Not to hurt the other person, to protect yourself. I wish we both would have had the courage to go deeper. Wow. Now that is amazing, because remember I said if you've been stung in the past, sometimes we're not always honest in our communication with someone else. We don't show them our true heart or give them too much because we don't want to get hurt again. This feels like fate. I feel like we've known each other before. I feel like we're supposed to be together. That's beautiful. Okay, so you definitely believe, the Divine Feminine definitely believes this is a fated connection. Yeah, and like you guys were supposed to be together. And then this says, I feel like we don't have a solid foundation. So definitely acknowledging, okay, I feel this is fated. You know, I feel that we both have some wounds here. All right. And, you know, I wish that we could have opened ourselves to one another. If we both had the courage to do that, maybe things would be differently. But, you know, we're not working on a solid foundation here, and that's what's creating some of the problems. So let me look at the Divine Masculine and see what he might want to say there. Okay, Divine Masculine. Oh. The way we triggered each other felt too painful, and I didn't understand at the time. Man, confirmation after confirmation here, which is crazy. Yeah, you guys definitely were doing a lot of mirroring with each other, and I think you both reacted. It says they do miss you. I do miss you. All right. Divine Masculine said, I realized I was selfish. I feel ashamed of that. Okay, so they definitely have some shame going on. I don't know what they were selfish about. Obviously, you're going to know that message. You may think I'm trying to manipulate you, but I'm not. I feel safer in familiar patterns. Okay, so that's a big one, generally. Okay, if this person was not making any kind of changes required, and like I said before, even maybe making you a priority in the relationship, they didn't want to get out of their comfort zone. This is why, all right? Maybe they weren't divulging a lot to you either. Maybe they weren't, you know, they didn't want to be at your house a lot, or maybe they weren't talking all, you know, a lot to you. Maybe they were hot and cold. That's something that happens when they're used to having their own familiar patterns. They don't want to make those changes, okay? They may want more, they may feel more, but they know that that's going to require change, and that's not always comfortable for people. Oh, I haven't felt this way about anyone else ever. Uncharted territory. Again, that is, I think I got that in Scorpio maybe. So you might be going with Scorpio. Let's get one more. Have I waited too long? Did I lose you? I hope I still have a chance with you. Wow. Okay, so this person, and we saw it down here, honestly, they just want things to be good again. They want to get back to those happy times where you guys can talk and really feel connected, and you have, you know, you support each other is what I'm feeling. You have each other's back. You're good to one another. That's what they want. Oh my gosh. And the bottom says, I wasn't sure how my life would have changed. Literally just talked about that. If we continued the connection. That goes back to the patterns, right? A lot of people feel very uneasy when it comes to change, unfortunately. And it can really trigger someone, trigger wounds, and trigger them in a way that they just want to stay where they are. So I'm going to get some messages here from the... Hello. All right. I want those to flip, so... This is the Love Oracle. Let me see what the Love Oracle might have to say for you guys. Spirit guides and angels, what do you have today for my collective in this reading? Honestly, it looks like you both have a lot of love for each other here. I think somebody really has to, maybe that's why they're looking too with this Hermit card, right? They're trying to go through their darkness here. They're trying to find some real solid answers here. Work through some of their, you know, whatever their shadows are that keeps them kind of stuck in, you know, these familiar patterns, you know, being afraid of change, that kind of stuff. You know, they are trying to seek some kind of enlightenment from it, because I think they really do miss, whether it was a friendship or the relationship that you guys had, they absolutely miss you though. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. I think you guys have been a little bit cut off from your heart, to be fair. I think I'm speaking to both of you too. All right, that's why Archangel Raphael is here trying to help you heal that, okay? So please take time and make sure that you're rebalancing in that area and healing. All right, we should always be connecting our heart with our minds. If we choose just mind, you know, over matter, or head over heart, especially when it comes to heart issues, that's never going to win out. Balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. Remember what we saw. You got to be patient with each other and look at different ways that you can communicate better and do things better, so that you don't both get triggered and then just run off. It says wait. I believe you are. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. That is perfect. Okay, so you're both currently gaining enlightenment. You're both currently taking some time apart, going through this healing phase. Okay, be patient. Does say sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. This is the divine connection. Most definitely. It says look inside yourself. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. Again, going back to the triggers, whatever was being highlighted here, I think it's really important. Regardless of if we're upset with someone and we resent them, whatever, what can you learn from this? And what needs to be healed as a result, so that you don't run into these situations again? Because I'm going to tell you something. People cannot make you feel anything that you don't already feel inside. If something is being triggered, something needs to heal. So even though they can do it in a terrible way sometimes, or make us feel terrible through their words and things like that, always look within. Be accountable for yourself, because, you know, regardless if this person is coming with you or not, you only have you moving forward. Right? And it says acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. Again, going back to the patience, going back to the wait. You're saying allow nature to really take its course here. Accept what is right now. Work on yourself. Pour all that self-love into yourself. And I really think things are going to get better here, because you definitely have two people here, I feel, that have a lot of love for each other. All right, I'm going to get some initials. This may or may not be the initials of you or your person. If it is, then great. I want to make sure I really stir these up. If not, no biggie. All right, so we have spring. So something may be happening here in spring. Or you guys could have met in spring. There could be something significant with both of you around the springtime. We have a G. I have a B. An E. A. My pretty hearts. I have an R. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's a P. My bad. I started to say bear, but it's beep. I have a K, a Y, an H, a Z, an L, and then I have the number 5, and I have the number 1. Okay, so someone could be 51. Someone, well, no one 15 should be watching me. But there could be a 5 in your birth dates and your birth years. It could be a month that's significant to you, life path, anything like that, okay? So anyway, guys, that is what I have for you. Hopefully it will resonate with some of you. If it does, please don't forget to hit that like button and comment if you like. I always love to read those. And I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you. Bye, guys.